But I wanted to ask you also, like, your art. I've taken a lot of looks at your pictures on Instagram, and I really like the perspective that you take. A lot of the angles are really nice, the lighting and the shadows are good. So I wanted to ask you, like, how did you get inspired to take these pictures?
Hmm. I was taking picture on my phone, I think for 2 years. And after that, it was year ago, I've decided that I need a cam. And I bought a cam and moved to Flow Festival in Helsinki. And I was um, shooting a lot, really a lot. And I don't know, I think, how to say, страсть. I forgot
Passion.
passion. I found that it's really my big passion to be shooting. I really like mm, this possibility of taking picture of a moment, and you can go back to this moment by thankful this picture. It's a magic, and I think a big inspiration. Um, and she really gave me a lot of chances and possibilities to become a photographer. Her name is Polina Washington. She is a really awesome artist, and she was shooting me. And I asked her when I was buying my first cam, should I buy it or I shouldn't, and she helped me, and I think she's really important for me in my photography way. I'm inspired by her works. Also, I like Lina Shailinus. Also, I like a lot of other photographers, as LMA Watson, 1924, as also Watson. It's Ellie's husband. It's a brand. Yes. So I think that big inspiration for me is people, and they gave me a power to do something.
Interesting.
So have you ever also, because I was also interested in photography for a while, and then I started to kind of look into the world of how to become a professional photographer. And yeah, it really intimidated me. I was like, I could be taking these pictures for years and, never make some money from it. So I'm curious, like, yeah, how do you see yourself in terms of if you're gonna go in that way, that direction to be a professional photographer? Or also another aspect I thought of is like, it seems like people are more going towards video field, and you mentioned that you also do videography. So I'm wondering if you are also like in this in between to decide.
I've decided that I'm going to be a scientist. So writing scientific articles is really good for me. I'm curious while I'm doing it. So it's my main направление. It's my main idea to what to do with my life. And I would like to shoot and to do videography just as my hobby. I don't really want to do it with monetization. I don't really want to get money from it. I'm just going to do it just for fun. And I realized it thankful marathon also by Polina Washington. She had a marathon about fears in arts, something like that. And and she had a part about money. And I was thinking that, oh, I'm shooting, I'm buying cam, I'm buying lens, I'm buying tripods or something like that, and I have to do it something like not so painful for my money, for my
Budget.
kopilka. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Fyodor. So and she asked me, Polina, do you really want it? Why do you want to create art? What do you want from art? And I realized that I want just to have this feeling and not be not be thinking about money. So it's just my hobby. Of course, I have some goals in photography. For example, some ideas. For example, to shoot something in water, to study how to photograph not people, but also some things like glasses or jewelry. But I'm not going really to make money from it. And
Well,
yes, thank
no, go ahead, go ahead. Are you finished?
you.
So it's interesting because on your Instagram, been like scrolling it down, and I've never seen I didn't find any research papers on it or the process that you've been writing it. So maybe because I've met a few examples of scientists, and actually, one of my best friend is a scientist. He works at this university, but in another campus. So he doesn't have time to do something else than writing research paper and conducting some work in his laboratory. So, do you think that you would find time you would have some like spare time to just you know devote yourself to that passion, photography? Because I think that like art itself is more uh like for you to be like in a good like shape and a good like mindset than science, than being a research being in a research field.
I think I'll find time. Of course, it will be difficult. Of course, I'll have not enough time for my hobbies, for my passion. But I realized just, I don't know, 4 months ago that everything that you would like or want to do, you are not doing because everything is good for creating it. You should do something creative against all circumstances in your life. You should do it at night, you should do it in the morning, something like that. But there is no chance that everything will be idea for you to create something
Mm.
creative.
Yeah, I
I was
feel
wondering,
I feel
yeah,
the
yeah.
same way, because whenever I'm doing like a project and say we'll take this podcast, right? I already know there's gonna be some mistakes, or some slip ups, some challenges that I'm gonna meet. But I try not to let those future problems stop me from just doing it. I just feel like you gotta just, yeah, there is a kind of risk, or yeah, as we talked about earlier, this chance, predeterminism, that there's gonna be some mistakes, or some problems you have to deal with. And I just think that a lot of people get held back by it. They get start worrying about, oh, but what if I can't do this and that, and so they just would stop doing the project. But yeah, I agree with you that you gotta just go and do something regardless of whether it's gonna be a problem later or not, and just take that moment and just do it.